There's something wrong with my webcam. Maybe I need to unplug it and plug it again. That's very odd. Don't tell me I'll have to close OBS. Oh, we're back. Nice. That's muy bueno. Check for MGS4. If game clear data created on this PS3 system is found, additional information will be unlocked. Thank you. Metal Gear Solid 4 game clear data created on this PS4 could not be found. Shut up. You can unlock additional info by selecting options. Okay, thank you. That's a pretty cool image. No, I just don't know. We'll play through the old way. But I'll just put the music on pause right now. Please unlock. Are you serious? Did I not make a clear data when I beat the game? Just gonna leave the game. Oh, it's just the game data. Okay, never mind. No, I don't think any of this matters. Okay, what was it? Database. Encyclopedia, timeline, and relationship charts. Oh my god. Okay, all of it together is 573. People 132, organizations 66. Science 87, military 158, historic events 48, locations 26, and other 56. I have to check something real quick. It should be good. Okay, these are just the controls. Let me check others. I'm guessing this is the locked information that the game will. I'm actually pissed. What the hell? Do I not have clear save data? You can unlock. Make sure that game clear data created on this PS3 system is ready. Okay, I actually need to check this. Because I've already beaten the game. I'm just curious as to why it won't let me access the whole data thing. Uh, no, it's not game data. Save data utility. There's a database. There's my system save. Doesn't that count? Game complete is there. What if I go to I don't think game data matters. I probably need to boot up the game and do it in the options. I don't know. Maybe they have an option that I'm probably not aware of. Dude, capturing PS3 footage sucks so bad. Sucks so bad because with the constant resolution changes, there's a delay between the display and the capture card. And for me, the best way to reset it is just to restart the entirety of OBS, which is less than ideal. Which is why I like to keep it on the minimum. Yes, sir. You know how it is. So I actually need to do something real quick because I accessed the database and it mentioned that I didn't have the clear save data, so some information is locked. So I was wondering why. I may have to look on. I may have to look up online. Oh no, not this. I may have to look up online because it's really weird. So just for save data, unlock, whatever. Database. Maybe pretty clear. By default, the database locks all references to MGS4 to safeguard against spoilers. In order to unlock this hidden information, the player must have a completed. I have a completed save file, dude. Yeah, shouldn't that be enough? Yes. Let me check. You need the actual clear data, as in a save file after the ending that says epilogue end. I have that. Or you have the Asian version, which is region free. You. Oh, shut up. It could be, yeah. I'm guessing it could be because I have a different app version. Damn. I may have to re-download the database again. So let me actually check my box cover. I'm not emulating. This is actually it's all on original hardware. But since I jailbroke the whole thing, it could be different versions because the actual MGS4 I have it in disk. The actual MGS4 I have it in disk, but since the database got delisted from the PSN, I had to sail the high seas to get it. Let me check. Okay, so the region code for this is bless 00246, which is European, right? Yeah, it's European. And the version that I have of the MGS4 database must be from the US, which could be what's causing the whole save data thing. I'd be surprised if I'd be surprised if they did it, because I think that would have conflict with not the database necessarily, but I think it would have a bit of conflict with the with the fact that they already making encyclopedia like Master book, is that the name of it? Because I know the Master Collection, they specifically ship a book that mentions that has like the whole lore breakdown. So yeah, so they'll probably just integrate the information from the database onto there. Fuck, I don't know if I should be streaming this. If I get into trouble, I'll just take the stream offline. uh, okay. HM Metal Gear Solid. No, that's 5. Oh, so they only have the U. So there's only the US version. Interesting. Man, that sucks. Well, we're about to find out if it actually goes deeper or not. I just need to do something real quick. I need to restart the PS3 because oof. Yeah, I need to quickly restart. The physical copy that I have is European. The application is US. So yeah, it could be a region thing. That's not making it work. But let me look up online. That is so odd. Whatever, we'll just read what you have in there. Yeah, the safe files are region locked. I read around and apparently it's because the save files are region locked. So a UK EU save file won't work with a database downloaded from the US store. Also, it doesn't work if you download a US save file either because you need to download a system data as well, and no one has uploaded it yet anywhere. Oh, this is from 2008. It's old. Damn. Yeah, I'll just go through it. Let me do something real quick. What if it doesn't allow game saves? For game saves, for game saves, I have to go through the well, it allows, but the process is very complicated because save files are decrypted, are encrypted per user, so I cannot just go online and download a random save file from any PS3 player, or I'll just have to go through the whole process of like decrypting the save file and encrypting it again with my account. It's a whole complicated process. It's much easier with like PS1 and PS2 save files, but given that PS3 they started going really in with the PlayStation Network, they had to start encrypting stuff. But whatever, we're already here. Let's just see. Wait. Let me try one more time. Yeah, could not be found. Okay. Encyclopedia. Dude, it's actually insane the amount of information that there's here. Like 573 entries, 132 people, 66 organizations, Science 87, Military 158. Historic events 48. Locations 26 and other 56. Okay, let's actually see people. Holy shit. Ooh. Okay, I'm getting a bit overwhelmed. We have a timeline chart. And we have a relationship chart. Okay, let's check these two first and then we'll go to the encyclopedia itself. It's too complicated. So, oh, this shit is old. 1773. Patriots living in Boston formed Sons of Liberty. And as we know, Sons of Liberty is the name of the terrorist group that surfaced after Solidus Snake took over the Big Show. Solidus borrowed the name from the group of patriots who instigated the Boston Tea Party in protest of the British Crown's excessive taxation of its American colonies. Bro, what took me out? Inauguration ceremony for President Washington takes place at Federal Hall. The philosophers are founded. Not specified when, but they're just founded. And just a recap, the philosophers, a secret organization which originated from a treaty formed at a clandestine gathering of authority figures from America, post-revolutionary Russia and China at the onset of the 20th century. One of their numbers was the boss's father. Interesting. In the 1930s, the last of the original members died and the organization became a mere vestige of its former self. Vogan's father, responsible for laundering the philosopher's funds, absconded? Is that how you pronounce it? Absconded with the money in the chaos that followed the war's end. Vogan later inherited the entirety of the philosopher's legacy. And the philosopher's legacy became... Was the Cobra unit a part of the philosophers? Or just the boss and Vogan? The boss is born as daughter of the philosophers. Last member of the philosopher dies. Santis Albert Einstein sends letter to US President Roosevelt proposing the development of an atomic bomb. Oppenheimer referenced. Outbreak of World War II. UK founds SAS. US founds OSS. Physicist Enrico Fermi succeeds in developing world's first nuclear reactor. US Army Corps of Engineers begin working on Manhattan Project. I low-key wish I watched Oppenheimer before reading all of this. It probably made sense having that context. Grandfather of Hodokon, Hal Hammerich, participates in Manhattan Project. Sick-ass family, dude. Battle of Stalingrad. The boss forms Cobra Unit. Cobra Unit participates in Allied invasion of Normandy. World's first atomic bomb is detonated in Alamogordo. Okay, so there's a mix of like real world facts and Metal Gear interwoven into it. Huey is born, 45. World's first computer, ENIAC, is complete. 47. CIA is founded and Cobra Unit disbanded because they were killed, obviously. 49. NATO established. Soviet Union tests atomic bomb in Semipalatinsk. Germany splits into East and West. 50s. President Truman orders production of slew of nuclear warheads. The boss encounters Naked Snake and trains him in combat demolition. So, wait, isn't MGS4 in the 60s? It's in the 60s, right? A secret special forces unit established during World War II, comprised of elite soldiers from the Allied forces. The group was organized and trained by the boss. Although it was disbanded at the end of the war due to tension between the philosophers. Oh, okay. It was reinstated during Operation Snake Eater with the boss again in command. With the exception of the end, which refers to the cessation of all truth. All members have code names that reflect their emotions during battle. The boss feels supreme bliss, and thus known as the Joy. The other operatives are the Pain for ultimate agony, The fear for pure horror? Not really. The fury for infinite rage, and the sorrow for profound sadness. During World War II, Combra undertook morally questionable missions that could never be revealed to the general public. Thus, operatives were forbidden from being captured or even leaving their corpses behind. With this in mind, operatives are equipped with a micro bomb. That fact is never gonna stop being funny. Bro, if it's like this, I just rather read it. Having to constantly... Okay, this works, okay. Where were we? Okay, 50s. The boss encounters Naked Snake and trains him in combat demolition and intel gathering techniques. Outbreak of Korean War. Mossad is founded in Israel. Nuclear test takes place in Nevada desert. US Army troops participate. The boss is exposed to large amounts of radiation. That's very specific. Braun outlines a plan to send humans to Mars. NSA is founded. 53. Nikita becomes first secretary of Soviet Communist Party. Watson and Kirk. What's her relation to Metal Gear? Oh. Full name Nikita. Upon the death of Joseph Stalin in 53. Oh my god. He became the supreme leader of the Soviet Union, holding the post of the first secretary of the Communist Party of the Soviet Union and chairman of the Council of Ministers. This is a bunch of words. He strove for peaceful coexistence with the capitalist bloc led by the United States. He received the Order of Lenin for his achievements in building the Moscow subway system. A fierce critic of Stalin, pursued a policy of peaceful coexistence with capitalist countries like the US and France. Look at how that turned out years later. Thereby effecting a temporary thaw in the Cold War. He was a champion of space development. Oh yeah, Russian and the US were in a space race back in the 60s. Launching the Sputnik project in 57 and the Vostok project in 60s, and expanding the USSR's lead over American space race. Khrushchev left behind an impressive cultural legacy, including his defense of dissident author Alexander, criticisms of socialism, and his reduction of nuclear stockpiles on the advice of Andrei Sakharov, the father of the Russian hydrogen bomb. This is a lot of information, oh my god. Concessions of the US President Kennedy during the Cuban Missile Crisis. His failed agricultural policies and backlash against a sudden crisis involving American Soviet nuclear. Dude, I genuinely wonder if Kojima had like notebooks of like political events that happened during the whole Metal Gear timeline, and just try to fit in as much as possible. Because you reach it like this and it doesn't really matter in the game. By having the context, I don't know. It's cool to have the context in the database, but when you're actually playing the game, little of it matters. It matters if you're trying to get the overarching it matters if you're trying to get the overarching idea of the story, or like the background stuff that's happening. But like, damn, this is a lot. Let's just go back to the timeline. Okay. Watson and Crick discovered the double helix structure of DNA. I guess this is before they start conducting the Les Enfants Terribles project. Even science, wow. US Navy launches world's first nuclear submarine, USS Nautilus. Hydrogen bomb tested in Bikini Atoll. Naked Snake, Godzilla, and the crew of Japanese fishing boat Daigo Fukuryu Maru are exposed to radiation. Secretary of State Jules announced the new look policy in America. KGB is founded. Albert Einstein dies, pleading for end to nuclear weapons. Why did you... Never mind. World Conference Against Atomic and Hydrogen Bomb holds its first session in Japan. US successfully tests first ICBM, intercontinental ballistic missile. A ballistic missile with a range of more than 5,500 kilometers. After a long-range ballistic missile are launched, they accelerate for several minutes and then draw a parabolic orbit in the sky. Driven by inertia, they travel to their destination. They were defined during SALT, Strategic Arms Limitation Talks, which were held from 1969 to 1972 between the US and Soviet Union. The countries said to possess ICBMs are the USA, the Soviet Union, and the People's Republic of China. Oh, shoot. Soviet Union successfully launches Sputnik 1. US successfully launches Explorer 1 satellite. Cuban Revolution begins. NASA is born. America U-2 spy plane violates Soviet airspace. Missile to Cuba. Two NSA code breakers, Adam and Ava, defect to Soviet Union. Is this the Ava? It is Sareva. Huh, we can even zoom into the picture, that's cool. And we can progress to the further one, to the second folder, because fucking save data thing. This is where we're going to reveal that she's Mama. Is it Big Mama? I think it's Big Mama. International negotiations between US and Cuba cease. President Kennedy earns disapproval of the philosophers. Gagarin travels aboard Vostok 1 in world's first manned space flight. Alan Shepard becomes first American to experience rocket flight. U-2 spy planes confirm presence of Soviet missiles in Cuba, triggering the Cuban Missile Crisis. 63 marks the end of a 114-day strike. The New York Times publishes 702-page Sunday edition. 63 Kennedy is assassinated. U.S. Department of Health announces that cigarettes cause lung cancer. That is very specific, but okay. 64 Virtuous Mission and Operation Snake Eater. Naked Snake awarded the title of Big Boss. U.S. drop bombs on North Vietnam. Sagan joins ARPA. Then ARPA got renamed to DARPA, yeah. Conducts a variety of research and development for national defense purposes. The agency develops ARPANET, which became the prototype of the Internet, currently renamed as DARPA. Dude, I was so shocked when I found out Sagan is actually the DARPA chief in the first game. I've never made that connection until I read it somewhere on the wiki, I think. I was just searching random information while I was writing the MGS script, and I just found it there, Sagan, which is really cool. A computer network developed in the 1660s in the Behavior Science Division of IPTO. Research of the network began during the Cold War as a communication system in the event of a nuclear strike from a hypothetical enemy. Adopts a distributed model packet switching type network which allows communication to continue by bypassing any regions that have been attacked. That's cool, that's cool. That's very cool. And now they changed their name to Defense. It is the R&D arm of the Pentagon. Does DARPA actually exist? Oh, it does, okay. It's a government agency. The organization is well known for its development. Is ARPANET the real thing as well? Or just Kojima pulling out of his ass? ARPANET is a real thing. Okay. Donald Anderson. Second. In 2005, DARPA Director Donald Anderson established a military-industrial complex in conjunction with Arms Tech. Armstech is a name out of Armor Core, I swear. During the peak of the Cold War, so they're arms manufacturer. The company secretly commenced construction of Metal Gear Rex on the island of Shadow Moses, but Armstech president Kenneth Baker was kidnapped during the revolt led by Liquid Snake. The Metal Gear Rex project was subsequently put on hold as one of the most prominent defense contractors was driven to the brink of financial ruin. Kenneth Baker. This old guy, okay. Has he appeared before or just on the first game? While on Shadow Moses Island for Rex's test run, he was taken hostage by terrorists alongside DARPA chief. Under torture at the hands of Revolver Ocelot, he revealed the detonation code for the nuclear warhead. He made contact with Snake. There on that one-man infiltration mission, contracted Fox died and died in the ensuing heart attack. In secret, they began development of a... Yep. It's just gonna be points regurgitated. I like the music, the background music. Let's go back to the timeline. 66. U.S. Department of Transportation establishes the EMT, Emergency Medical Technician Response System. Soviet Union invades I'm not even gonna pronounce it. I always struggle to pronounce that name. No, never mind. Eva disappears in Hanoi. U.S. Apollo program puts first man on moon. U.S. Department of Defense and ARPA establish ARPANET. Ooh, 70s. Ooh, this is getting interesting because MGS4 was in the 1984, if I'm not mistaken. '84, yeah. 1984. First paramedic system introduced in Seattle, Washington. What is this? San Hieronimo Peninsula incident. Nah, it's fine. It's fine. We've been going through a lot of information, but pretty much where we are right now is on the 70s timeline. So we've basically been going through the timeline. I wish this could go any quicker, but basically we're going through the timeline from the 1770 whatever to now the 70s, and we reached now cool details that we found so far is what? Let me check. The fact that Sigint was actually the DARPA chief, because I found that out just randomly scrolling through the internet while I was writing the script. So just having that information detailed even better makes much more sense. ARPA was DARPA. DARPA was ARPA before being DARPA. What else? ARPANET was the conception of the internet, or like the first prototype before the internet became like a whole thing. And now we're in the 70s. Now I'm just curious about this. The SAN. Yeah, this is what I was just reading. Oh, there was another interesting fact of the boss and Naked Snake being exposed to radiation. I don't know what the implication on that is, but it just mentions it there because of nuclear bomb tests. For the boss, it was in the Manhattan Project, and for Naked Snake was when they were testing it. Nitrogen, when the US was testing a nitrogen bomb. Yeah. But yeah, Sigint is Donald Anderson. It is, yeah. He is. So what is this? An area that the locals call the Peninsula of the Dead. Located at the coast of central Colombia, almost directly below Cuba, does not appear on conventional world maps from the 70s because it was under the control of the Soviet army. Around 64, Colombia's largest anti-government organization, FARC, FARC, gave this region to the Soviet Union in return of military support. You know what's crazy that I was just talking about a few minutes ago? Metal Gear interweaves so much real-world political events with its own like fictional timeline. And that got me thinking: does he still have like? Imagine him like having notebooks and notebooks of just notes, taking notes of like political events that happened from the 1700s up to this point, like 2014, where the game stops, and it's just that guy just writing a fuck ton of notes. He probably has a shit ton of notebooks stored in like his storage or something like that, just taking notes of like political events and trying to jam them all in the Metal Gear timeline. Because you read some of the stuff on the timeline, it's like, that doesn't really contribute to the story, but it makes sense in the universe. Because some of those events end up like influencing the fictional events. It's insane to think about. This thing is huge. Okay, I completely lost interest in this. Successor project ends. What is this? One of experiments carried out in absolute secrecy by the United States government using military research institutions. A project to produce the ultimate battlefield commander to take charge of the perfect soldier. The commander selected as a model was the legendary hero, the boss. Combat techniques, strategy building intellect, battlefield survival, capability, and an overwhelming charisma capable of capturing the hearts of soldiers. In order to master these traits, a unique training program was carried out. As a result, Gene's voice has a spatial power which gives him the ability to charm people. Who's Gene? Oh. In biology, the smallest unit of hereditary information passed from parent to child. The perfect soldier. The ultimate soldier, stripped of all emotions and memory, left with nothing but his skill in battle. Jack the Ripper. The perfect soldier were products of a CIA research project based on neurophysiological data obtained from the communist bloc. However, every case except Null ended in failure. Who's Null? Who's this guy, huh? History of a foreign country, which I feel like must take more. Yeah, but to be fair, political history is very well documented. In various languages. Even when I was a kid, we were extensively in our classes. We were extensively taught about World War II. So yeah, it's again that thing of everybody gotta learn history so we don't repeat it or something like that. But yeah, I knew that I should have played Portable Love, so I was like, who's this guy? A soldier developed by the CIA, dubbed the Perfect Soldier. His codename Null benefits his status as a non-entity. I love this raid game.
I meant Adams. Dude, that's gross. Anarchy. Come on, that ain't what I meant. Leave your head in the game, Countess.
I love that cutscene so much. These guys won't stop coming at us. I meant at us. Yes, sir. Square yellow squares. But yeah, we're currently going through the hey coffee, how you doing? So yeah, we're currently going through the Metal Gear Solid database, which came around at the same time as MGS4, and it's meant to be an encyclopedia of the entire series from like the first Metal Gear game, the MSX game, up to 4. I think it mentioned in the beginning they touch upon the 2 Metal Gear games, the 2 Metal Gear MSX games, MGS1, 2, 3, Portable Ops, which I'm surprised. I think I should have played Portable Ops, but whatever. And 4. So this character, for example, he was in Horrible Ops, that is just as I'm just finding out, which is interesting. So I'm guessing it was ooh, what is this? Once sent into battle, Null uses his machete to dispatch his opponents with the human agility of a carnivorous beast. Null eventually becomes the soldier known as Grey Fox. What the In 1966, Mozambique was embroiled in a struggle for independence. Among the rebel guerrillas was a child soldier who killed dozens of government soldiers with just a knife. No, he's younger. His enemies were caught off guard by the youngster's innocent, frank demeanor, only to be slaughtered by the ruthless hunter lurking within him. Since he spoke a few words of German, the boy was known and feared as Frank Jaeger. But he was captured by the philosophers and subjected to human experimentation. He lost everything and became Null. The one who finally freed him was Naked Snake. He lost everything and became Null. Null eventually becomes the soldier known as Grey Fox. Isn't this conflicting? Because it's implying Null. It's for. When does Portable Up takes place? (1970). 6 years after Snake Eater. Portable Ops was after MGS3. MGS3 was Snake Eater operation finished in 1964. 1966. Oh, I get it now. Okay, I get it now. Snake Eater was in 64. Portable Ops was on the 70s, 1970. So 6 years after MGS3. So he used to go by Peace Walker 74, V's 84. Portable Ops is 70s. So 66, that was 2 years after Snake Eater. Grey Fox used to go by. So this guy Null is pretty much 3 acronyms. So at first he was Franken Jaeger. So at first he was known as Franken Jaeger. Then he got captured by the philosophers and got experimented on and became Null. And after Naked Snake freed him, he became Grey Fox. This is so poorly structured. Oh my god. Oh my god. She got me so confused. But whatever. However, every case except Null ended in failure. So yeah, Frank Jaeger, Null, Grey Fox, Deep Throat, Cyborg Ninja. Oh man. Kojima, man, gotta love him. However, oh shoot, what just happened? Okay. However, every case except Null ended in failure, and when Null was himself freed by Naked Snake, the project was terminated. The Patriots hoped to use the data collected from the Perfect Soldier battles as a base for cloning Big Boss in the Les Enfants Terribles project. So the Perfect Soldier is the predecessor to Les Enfants. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, Major Zero disbands Fox Unit. Big Boss ordered to become Foxhound Commander. US leadership acquires remainder of the Philosopher's Legacy. US leadership. The Philosophers changed their name to the Patriots. Soviet Union launches world's first space station. Les Enfants Terribles project commences. Big Boss establishes Foxhound Unit. So, Peace Walker 74, okay. A project launched in the 72 to artificially produce the Ultimate Soldier. The man chosen for the archetype for the project was Big Boss, who was already a living legend among mercenaries and who possessed many of the qualities desired for the ideal soldier. Yeah, Warlock, now that you joined in, you missed a point. You missed a part when we were just discussing that the CIA was conducting something similar called the Perfect Soldier, and the boss was supposed to be the big boss in this case. So they were trying to artificially reproduce the boss, but not through gene cloning. I guess they had some other method that the document hasn't really clarified. And the result of all of those tests was Grey Fox, which is interesting to look into. Probably through training, most likely, yeah. Like right into solid, pretty much, yeah. It was probably that. The man chosen as the archetype for the project was Big Boss, who was already a living legend among... Okay, I already read that. Analog cloning techniques and the super baby method. Okay. There's no link here for what super baby... That's actually funny. Okay, let me go online. What? Why does the Urban Dictionary have information on this? What the hell? Super baby method. Kind of funny when Ocelot exists to not use him to make the perfect... Right? He's a perfect candidate, but I think it's the fact that Ocelot is Soviet that they never consider him. He not Soviet. I think it's because it was related to the KGB back when the projects were ongoing that they didn't even consider him. But it doesn't make sense because they could have just kidnapped him. I don't know. I guess it's up to imagination thing. Super baby method, a type of process often involving the field of genetics and thus cloning, used to create powerful human beings. According to Liquid Snake, the super baby method goes like this. They fertilize an egg from one of someone's cells and then let it divide into whatever amount of babies they want. And then the eggs are transported into someone's uterus. Thus the babies are twins, but the fetal growth is strong, however. Fetal growth is stronger if a certain number of babies are aborted. That's grim. The super... Okay. I get it. Easy though, he started in US, defected to the KGB before MGS4 and then was a double agent. Was he? Oh. Wait. Now that we're here... No, PQR, okay. Revolver Ocelot. Known and feared among the Afghan guerrillas as Shalashaska. Ocelot was Adam, the contact you were meant to meet all along. Yeah. On 3. Former Spetsnaz Major and Foxhound operative. His codename in Foxhound was Revolver Ocelot. Throughout his career, he played a double and triple agent planted. Okay. Whatever showed up, yeah, I messed up the whole thing. Throughout his career, he played a double and triple agent planted within a host of organizations. Okay, you're right. A quick shot and expert at torture, he's also a huge fan of spaghetti westerns. His weapon of choice was the Single Action Army. Liquid will remain. This is so annoying. So you see this blacked out bar. I need pretty much a complete save data from MGS4 for it to unlock. The problem is, since the database has been delisted from the PS Store, I had to pretty much go in through that jailbreak store that I have to re-download the database. The problem is my physical copy of MGS4 is European, and the database is from the US, and they're region locked. So we can't access extra information that is specified on MGS4 because of the fucking region locking thing, which sucks. But whatever, we're here now. Let's just go. During the Shadow Moses incident by the Cyborg Ninja cut off his dominant right hand, which he replaced with Liquid Snakes. Liquid's will remained within the arm, however, and took control of Ocelot's body, creating Revolver Liquid. I think that's what they mean. He then formed Outer Heaven, mother company of the world's 5 largest PMCs. Liquid Ocelot, that's the one. Raised by the Philosophers, he participated in the founding of the Patriots. His mother was the last survivor of the Philosophers, the Boss. His father is the Cobra Unit medium soldier, the Sorrow. He was born on the battlefield in Europe with the name Adam, but was abducted immediately after birth by the Philosopher's operative. For nearly 20 years after his kidnapping, he had no contact with his mother. In the 60s, made the rank of majors as a young elite in Russia's military. He later became captain of Ocelot Unit. He participated in the theft and development of Chagall. Okay, this is just a recap of MGS3. After 64, Ocelot's official file reads as follows. After the fall of the Soviet Union, he joined OMON, then the Tax Police Assault Unit. Later he worked in the Special Operations Division of the SVR, until he was scouted for the American Foxhound Unit. That account, however, is false. Interesting. Big Boss establishes Foxhound Unit. Foxhound Unit. Do they have anything specific to say? A special ops unit founded by Big Boss in 71. Its members are given a Foxhound codename. The group was founded when its precursor Fox went renegade, and a new unit was created in order to eliminate it. Thus its name. In keeping with Fox, its primary function is to carry out one-man infiltration missions, procuring all weaponry in the field and leaving no traces of its presence. The unit's first commander was the legendary mercenary Big Boss, its second Roy Campbell. Foxhound... I was about to say something, or whatever. Foxhound was highly regarded after its successful one-man infiltration missions during the upheavals in Outer Heaven and Zanzibar land. The Foxhound emblem in use at this time was comical in design. It does look comical. Yeah, no worries. In 05, an active unit of Foxhound went renegade on the island of Shadow Moses, which came to be called the Shadow... Okay, we're starting to get into 5. Or 1, I mean, 05. Foxhound has not been reinstated since the Shadow Moses incident. The so-called Foxhound that Raiden believed himself a member of only exists as digital data, a virtual unit created by the Patriots. Apollo program ends with Apollo 17. The Zafan Terrible project gives birth to Sons of Big Boss, Solid and Liquid. That is blocked. I wish I knew. US launches Skylab space station. US ground troops withdrawn from Vietnam. Richard Dawkins publishes The Selfish Gene. I think this is the book Kojima was inspired by. Yeah. So 74 to 84, which the timeline doesn't mention, it was written much later. This is when the MSF is established and Big Boss has his doppelganger, Venom Snake. Or rather, 74. Let's just stick to that, 74. Big Boss establishes MSF. US Delta Force established. Soviet invade Afghanistan. That's when 5 starts taking place. Properly in 84, but Big Boss went into coma. No, Ground Zeroes takes place 9 years, right? I think Ground Zeroes takes place, yeah, 9 years. 84. 1975. Frank Yeager rescues an orphan Naomi from civil war in Rhodesia. Name that refer to both Zimbabwe and Zambia and Zimbabwe. US launches Columbia, the world's first space shuttle. Falkland War begins. US President Reagan announces the SDI. 84 are the events of 5. Gorbachev new administration brings Soviet Union into post-Cold War era. Dude, there's a ton of information here that is cool to know, but it doesn't matter whatsoever. Human Genome Project proposed. The complete set of genetic information in each living creature is called the genome. Refers to complete DNA-based sequence including genes. The Human Genome Project set out to decode all human DNA-based sequences, and in 03, all basic sequences were decoded. That's cool. Whoa. What is that? Something caught my attention. Anti-Snake Soldier? Knowing that the legendary hero Naked Snake might eventually rebel, the CIA trained anti-Snake soldiers. That is funny. The archetype chosen for these soldiers was Python. I'm guessing it's from Portable Ops as well. He was Naked Snake's teammate back when Snake wasn't Fox. After the boss vanished in the 50s, Naked Snake and Python became comrade in arms, but Python was wounded on a top mission secret in Vietnam, disrupting its body ability to regulate its internal temperature and causing it to spiral out of control. Python left Fox for a time, but was later able to return to the battlefield by wearing a liquid oxygen cooling suit and injecting a special cooling needle into its head. He was designated as an anti-Snake soldier in preparation for a potential attack by Naked Snake. Upon his return to Fox, Python specialized in covert wet works. His cooling suit enabled him to freeze anything. So Mr. Freeze, that's so funny. Even bullets. CQC was useless against him because it was too dangerous to make direct contact with him. So pretty much he's like frozen. The moment you try to CQC him and he grabs his armor, just freeze your whole body and like immediately like fucking crack into pieces. This game, man. Okay, where are we? Timeline. Okay, Berlin Wall falls, Raiden goes to war as a child soldier in Liberia. 89. Okay. That was 6, 7, 8, 9, 5 years after 5. That makes sense. A VR-trained Digital Era Special Forces unit member, he was responsible for resolving the Big Shell tanker takeover incident as a new recruit of the reformed Foxhound unit. Before his solo infiltration mission on the Big Shell, his only combat experience was the virtual reality training he received in the US Army Experimental Task Force 21 unit. At the time of his deployment, he was operating under the codename Snake, but his alias was quickly changed to Raiden after the discovery that the leader of the terrorists shared the name Snake. His objectives for the infiltration mission was to rescue President James Johnson and disarm the terrorist forces. He was outfitted with a skull suit. I've always been curious about the skull suit. The suit Raiden wore when infiltrating the Big Shell consists of a skull-like face mask and an exoskeleton that protects the body. Created with electronic weaving technology using optical fibers, also known as smart skin. Feels similar to rubber, but effectively shields the body from a variety of toxins. It also has a shark skin, lower to lower water resistance by 10%, and provides a feedback mechanism for bodily damage and blood loss that exchanges data within nanomachines in Raiden's bloodstream. You know what? Thinking of the skull suit, reminds me, for some reason, reminds me of the Parasite suits in MGS5. Because if you think about it, once you get to a point in a story, once you get to a point in MGS5 story, you're able to develop the parasite suits, or like extracting parasites and using their parasites to create the suits. And those suits have special abilities. Might seem like a bit of a stretch, but those suits sound like what would eventually become the skull suit, or like another, or like a 2.0 version of it, or a completely different version of what that is meant to be, which is interesting to think about. Okay, Iraq invades Kuwait. Kuwait, that's how you pronounce it. East and West Germany are reunited. Go for commences. Go for. Isn't that where? No, Peace Walkers is in. Check the message again. Peace Walkers in 74. Okay, that doesn't matter then. Go for commences. Soviet Union collapses. Commonwealth of Independent States rises in its place. Strategic arms reduction treaty is ratified, and now they have an uprising. That's when you listen to the tape that you're a fakie. The Iraqi invasion of Kuwait on August 2nd, 1990, prompted the United Nations to dispatch a multinational force. The Gulf Force started with the aerial bombing of Iraq in 1991. Liquid Snake and Solid Snake were dispatched as special. Interesting. How old were Liquid and Snake at this point? Let me go back to the timeline. 72. So they're born in 1972. They're deployed in the Gulf War. So I think they would be in their 20s. I want a specific number. Let me pull out the calculator. 1972 minus 1991. 19! Going to war at 19! I mean, they're of legal age. Wow. Soviet Union collapses, Commonwealth. Okay, Outer Heaven uprising. In the 1990s, the CIA got wind of the creation of an armed fortress dubbed Outer Heaven. And Outer Heaven is an armed stronghold of a mercenary dispatch company, such as Paradise, established in the 1990s near South Africa, gathering place for the world's foremost mercenaries such as Shotmaker, Machine Gun Kid, Bloody Brad, Fire Trooper, and Dirty Duck. Who are these characters? Mercenary from Outer Heaven, former Spetsnaz and expert with a riot gun. See? Raiden was deployed, the wiki mentions when Raiden was deployed, because only Liquid and Solid were deployed in the Gulf War. Raiden goes to war as a child soldier in Liberia. And when was Raiden? I don't think the games ever mentioned when Raiden was born. MGS, when was Raiden born? Around 1983. Oh my god. He went to war at 6 years old? This fucking series, man. Sheesh. Where were we again? Yeah. Shotmaker. These are characters from the MSX game. I haven't played them. Machine Gun Kid. Former SAS member. Bloody Brad. TX11 model cyberoid developed by the father of robotics, Professor Petrovich Madnar. He developed the original Metal Gear, okay. The same technology was later implemented in TX55 Metal Gear, equipped with an artificial intelligence capable of autonomous combat and covered in dense armor plating, able to resist even assault rifle fire. Fire Trooper. Former GSG-9 member, he wields a flamethrower as effortlessly as a handgun. Dirty Duck. Former leader of the extremist terrorist group Eggplant. How am I supposed to take Eggplant seriously? Goofy ass name. His weapon of choice is the boomerang. Of course it is. Dispatches arms and mercenaries to battlegrounds throughout the world with the intent to control wars. Persuaded the scientist's daughter Drago and commenced working on the development of a Metal Gear nuclear armed bipedal tank. Eggplant. With the Outer Heaven uprising in 95, Solid Snake infiltrated the stronghold and destroyed the Metal Gear. Outer Heaven's collapse was brought about by a major earthquake, which hit the republics of South Africa at the moment of the weapon's destruction. The timing. Outer Heaven was a private military, a PMC, that exploited its politically neutral stance in an attempt to control the balance of power on the battlefield by deploying its soldiers to war-torn regions around the world. That is not different from the amount of PMCs that currently exist and are still acting like this, but they're not private military companies with a politically neutral stance. There's this fucking US PMC that US deployed back in Afghanistan back in the what was the name of the after the 9/11 attack, when the US invaded Iraq. It wasn't just US soldiers, but they also deployed a private military US Iraq war. Yeah, the second Gulf War, okay. Second Gulf War PMC. I'm getting too deep into this now. PMC. Nothing. Yeah, I know 3 US forces invaded Iraq, trying to destroy Iraqi weapons of mass destruction. And then they did dictatorial rule of Saddam Hussein. What a crazy moment in history. Outer Heaven's power grab was a matter of grave concern for the major powers. Outer Heaven's true nature was revealed in 1995 when it was discovered that the company had developed a nuclear equipment bipedal tank. Alarmed by its capability to produce weapons of mass destruction, the US dispatched Foxhound to investigate. Foxhound sent in its best soldiers, Grey Fox, followed by the new recruit Solid Snake. At this point, Snake must have been... or Solid. Solid must have been... Let me pull out the calculator again. 72 to 95. 23 years old. So not right after. So just right after the first Gulf War. The mission was codenamed Operation Intrude N313. Oh. Several days after Foxhound was dispatched, Outer Heaven was destroyed in an inexplicable earthquake that struck the area. The series of events is known as the Outer Heaven Uprising. Solid Snake left. Foxhound following the end of this mission. Outer Heaven was founded by Big Boss. Big Boss, the former hero who averted all-out nuclear war between the US and Soviet Union and Operation Snake Eater. This would be so great if we, just like you mentioned, I really do hope it would be good for Konami to also port the Metal Gear 4 database, not just as this, but also add in the information from Peace Walker, Ground Zeroes, and 5 to make it like very complete, and then have the linking information to make sense of everything. Okay, United Nations adopt comprehensive test ban treaty. 1999, Zanzibar land disturbance. In 1999, the terrorist streak of the Central Asian nation of Zanzibar land spiraled out of control. Where is Zanzibar land? A small country bordering on the former Soviet Union, China, and Middle East. Oh, okay. The Zanzibar snake, the Zanzibar hamster, and the Zanzibar tawny owl. That's funny. A small animal native. Okay. Oh, so they're just regular animals. Okay. In the center stands its armed fortress, Zanzibar Land Tower, and sinking sand has been placed here and there to protect against intruders. A nationalistic military regime has been established in Zanzibar land since the latter half of the 1990s. By raiding storehouses of scraped nuclear weapons all over the world, Zanzibar land has grown to be one of the world's major nuclear armed countries, with mercenaries such as Running Man, the fastest man in the world. Yeah, sure. He rose to fame as a sprinter. Bro, you went for the Olympics, already got money and decided, but a doping scandal cut us out. Look at me making assumptions before reading. But a doping scandal cut his athletic career short. Then he subsequently became active as a terrorist. That's a crazy shift, going from an Olympic athlete to a terrorist. However, he had no staying power. Running Man belonged to a radical French terrorist group named Les Enfants Terribles. Huh. Although the group is unrelated to the project of the same name. Okay, both probably drew their inspiration from the movie. I need to watch that movie. I've always been curious about it. Jungle Evil, a former mercenary of Reconnaissance Command Unit and a self-titled King of the Jungle. He's known as the Phantom Assassin. As a mercenary in Vietnam and South Yemen, he single-handedly wiped out 2 entire companies. He wears a high-tech camouflage suit that renders him undetectable to motion. Night Fright. Attacks using the nearly soundless Chinese-made pistol. Bro, Kojima was coming up with some wild concepts. Black Ninja. He's a high-tech ninja whose physical abilities have been enhanced beyond their natural limits with drugs. His body is protected by a flex armor suit. His unit was deemed too much of a threat and disbanded, but several of its members defected to Zanzibar land. Black Ninja's true identity is Kyle Schneider, a survivor of the resistance in Outer Heaven. Leader of the resistance movement that fought to suppress. After the fall of Outer Heaven, Schneider felt that he had lost his reason of living and began to resonate with Big Boss's dream of creating a world in which soldiers could fulfill their sole purpose in life. Shortly after leadership of Zanzibar land, Schneider became his ally. Zanzibar land disturbance, Schneider came back to Zanzibar's land defense known as Black Ninja. After the collapse of Outer Heaven, Schneider lost his entire... Okay, I already read that. Oh, shoot, what was the other one? Red Blaster. He earned his nickname for his skill in grenades. Oh, okay. And the Four Horsemen. They specialize in assassinations within confined spaces and are made up of former elite agents from SAS, GSG-9, and DUDT. Underwater Demolitions Team. Where's this? Dude, I wish. So I don't know if the MG games have difficulties, but I've been considering trying to. I actually never thought of it as well. Let's check. Do the MGMSX games have difficulty settings? Yep. New easy mode. The player can choose to play with the original MSX version difficulty or with an easier difficulty setting. But that's just the first Metal Gear game. Does the second one have it? Yeah, Underwater Demolition Team. So they're a real team. Probably so, especially now with the Master Collection, where they made the where they hopefully made it more accessible and easy to access all of that info. The Underwater Demolition Team, or Frogmen, were amphibious units created by the United States Navy during World War II with specialized missions. They were predecessors of the Navy's current SEAL team. Oh, that's cool. It's pretty cool. Cool to know. I hope I don't get arrested after the stream. I don't think I'm trying to conspire against someone. The country commenced indiscriminate invasions backed by nuclear weapons, threatening the world with nuclear war. Acts of terrorism by Zanzibar land drew international criticism, and the Foxhound unit of the U.S. Armed Forces was sent in. And the incident later became known as the Zanzibar land disturbance. Right? I'd freak out. We caught you. We caught you researching political information. We have to take you under arrest. I make such a bad impression. Dr. Kiyomarov. Okay, he's an in-game character. Oilex, a microalgal organism capable of refining high-grade petroleum. Okay. Yeah. I need to buy a bandana. Solid Snake has already retired from active service. At 20. But Roy Campbell, commander of Fox, called him back into action to infiltrate Zanzibar land and rescue Dr. Kiyomarov. Okay, I think this is just a recap of MG2. Snake was provided with a motion censoring radar and was supported over the radio by Foxhound survival instructor Master Miller. I need MGS1 to explain me. How did he get his... Are those like bionic? His arm and his leg. A third-generation Japanese-American, he served as an instructor for SAS. He met Solid Snake at Foxhound Training Camp. In 1999, he joined a rear support unit to assist Solid Snake during the Zanzibar land disturbance. He also participated in the rear support unit for the Shadow Moses incident. Allegedly, providing advice from his home over radio. But the Master Miller who provided to Snake during the Shadow Moses incident was an imposter. The real Master Miller has been murdered at his home in Alaska. The man posing as Master Miller was none other than Liquid Snake. Liquid! Jonah Jacobson. The zoologist. Okay. Expert of the wildlife. Okay, so this is just a recap. An undercover agent. Ooh, I read Frank Hager. At the 1988 Winter Olympics in Calgary, Gustava met a man calling himself Frank Hager. She fell in love with... Is this? Okay, never mind. And planned to defect but failed. Since then, with her skating career ruined, she has become an undercover agent, waiting for another chance to defect. She is fluent in Czech, Slovak, Russian, and English. Gustav entrusted her brooch to Solid Snake in Zanzibar land, but is killed by a cannon blast from the revised Metal Gear D, piloted by Grave. Oh, Jesus. A bit gruesome much? A freelance international journalist who snuck into Zanzibar land to cover the events there. Holly won a Pulitzer Prize for reporting on the war in Afghanistan. She's also a well-known director of KTV. Received an Emmy for her acclaimed documentary The Unknown Bloodshed. The multi-talented Mrs. White also works as a fashion model for the magazine Depeche Vogue. Behind all of this, however, she serves. That's probably mistranslation. She serves as an undercover agent for the CIA, which makes use of her status and fame to further its intelligence operations. I honestly don't blame any grammatical errors, because it's an entire encyclopedia. It's so hard to keep up with stuff. He went and defeated all those enemies. Big Boss. Snake learned of Dr. Madner's betrayal after he defeated Grey Fox. And Big Boss Solid Snake seemingly vanished from the face of the earth until he was re-summoned again from Roy Campbell for the Shadow Moses incident. The Patriots perform surgery, The Patriots perform surgery, install enhanced cybernetic body onto Grey Fox. So, yeah, after Solid killing Grey Fox or Jaeger, no, it was Grey Fox at the time. So he went from Grey Fox to Cyborg. Ninja. UK scientists successfully create somatically cloned sheep. Okay. 2000s, joint team of Japanese, American, and European scientists announced the successful mapping of the human genome. 2001, multiple terrorist attacks strike the US on September 11. Just started raining. Multilateral military strike launch upon Iraq. Shadow Moses incident. Documentary The Truth Behind Shadow Moses becomes best-selling book. I was reading online about the I was wondering what happened to let me actually go back to encyclopedia. I was wondering what happened to what was her name again? Just characters. Come on. Yeah, so I was wondering what happened to Natasha, because she only appears on the first game, and she's barely mentioned in subsequent entries. So pretty much what happens after the events of actually, let me look it up. There you go. Following the events of Shadow Moses, she authored the best-selling expose In the Darkness of the Shadow Moses, The Unofficial Truth, donating profits from its sale to philanthropy in support of Solid Snake. Formerly married to Richard Ames, Secret Service agent for President James Johnson, Romanenko has since become single. Richard Ames. Is it the Richard Ames that I'm thinking about? Oh, Richard Ames, okay. Oh, we're so back. Oh, come on. Okay, Shadow Moses incident. And this is just a recap of the first game. Manhattan tanker incident. We already know the events of what happened. In MGS2. Construction of big shell disposal facility commences. Big shell incident. And this shit is pissing me off. Oh, okay, I need to look this up online. Just for a database timeline. Because it's so annoying. Why is it taking so long to load? There's one part of this database that I don't know how you access it, but it shows like a family. Yep. We can do that right now, actually. Let me just quickly. I just quickly want to know about the ones that are blacked out. There was another one. Shit. Give me a minute. There was an information that was kind of blanked out as well. I just need to look into it before we go. 72. Big Boss leaves the Patriots. Yep, that was the info. So 2009, Big Shell incident. Ocelot retrieves GW from Arsenal Gear. Precipitated by the Arsenal Gear Manhattan incident, US begins to actively enlist PMC troops. Raiden rescues Sunny, who is then left to Solid and Nauticon. Big Show was in 2009. 4 takes place in 2014. Oh, that makes sense. Never mind. Worldwide demand for PMC disputes intensifies. SOP system adopted. Raiden captured by the Patriots. Rescued by Eva. Gold. The Patriots release information regarding Big Boss and CQC. Guns of the Patriots project. The Patriots AI network centered around 3D is destroyed. Yeah. So it's pretty much spoiler events from MGS4, which annoyingly we can't access. So I guess someone made an archive of the entire database online, but anyway, so it's much cooler because we have the app. Okay, we got the timeline. The thing you were mentioning, yeah, there we go. Relationship charts. Oh my god. Okay, 1920-22. The boss is born. The boss is born. Oh, this is pretty cool. Okay, so parents, the boss. 42. The boss establishes the Cobra unit. And in the Cobra unit we have the Fury, we have the Sorrow, we have the Fear, we have the End, and the Pain. From 42, John, Naked Snake, becomes the boss's disciple. 64. Virtuous mission on Operation Snake Eater commence. Oh my god. Okay, so Cobra unit. It's all here. Associated by the boss as the main leader. Then we have Naked Snake, an associate of Fox. And within him he has Sigint, Zero, Paramedic, and who's this character? Oh my lord. Toggle display of undisclosed. Toggle displays of undisclosed information. Is that how I unlock it? Okay. In this circle we have Okay, so Fox. So Fox is comprised of Zero, Naked Snake, SIGINT, and Paramedic. Then we have the CIA. Zero is under the orders of the director of the CIA. I don't know what this square means. Who is this? Ocelot. So that means Ocelot is also under the... Oh my lord. Why did they make this? So I'm guessing Ocelot is also under... I need the meaning on these symbols. I want to know what it means. Let me check online. Made it. Oh my god, that's so funny. Someone actually had to simplify it. That still looks complicated. Ooh. What the hell? Dude. Oh, this is completely different. Never mind. I just want to know what these small symbols that connect mean. Never mind. We'll just keep it pushing. Okay, so wait, let me maybe there's something in options. Maybe on the briefing? Okay, relationship map mode. Toggle and disclose information, display mode selected. Proceed to next screen. Scroll screen. What? What am I doing? Okay, let's return to the relationship charts. That's cool. Okay, so I'm guessing it's easy to assume that these circles mean association. The one that has like two people in it means related by blood or by gene, as the game acknowledges it. So the boss and Ocelot, of course, they're related. I'm guessing this is the sorrow of Volgan. So I'm guessing this purple one is associates. The heart could be love interest. Huh. This does not make any sense. Okay, yeah, Ocelot, KGB, he's under the orders of the KGB and the CIA. USSR, we have Sokolov, who's under Volgan, and Volgan has with him Ocelot, Raykov, and Johnny. Johnny. It's actually funny they acknowledge Johnny in here. And under the USSR we have... No, Volgan is under GRU, and GRU as a whole is under SSR, and GRU has some connections with the KGB, and the KGB through Ocelot has some connections with the CIA and the USA. Jesus Christ. And Ava is related to Naked Snake, the boss, Vogan, and Brandon. I can't remember which type of association they have, but okay. Operation Snake Eater debriefing. I don't think much has changed. Naked Snake is awarded the title of Big Boss. Now we're shifting. CIA plans transport into intercontinental ballistic metal gear. So Big Boss has defected. He's no longer part of the Fox, neither the CIA nor the USA. He's just on his own. But okay, Big Boss has left as Fox. So now Fox has Jean, Alyssa. What the fuck is Alyssa? Cunningham, Null, and Python. They're probably portable ops characters. The paramedic has left Fox and is just now under the US. There's no specific. I'm actually curious. Let me look. It's locked! Dog, come on. Well, at least we have 5 telling us that she was behind the Zafanteribo project, which doesn't hurt. Sigint is under ARPA at the time. And Fox is still within CIA. Ghost. So Sokolov became Ghost? What's this? A mysterious figure who appeared in the San Hieronimo Peninsula. Ghost informed Naked Snake of Jean's plot via radio during the San Hieronimo Peninsula incident. So this is portable ops. His true identity was Shagahod, developer Sokolov. With the help of the boss, he escaped Grozny Grad after using a fake death pill given to him by the CIA, but was later captured by the KGB following Grozny Grad's collapse. He was ultimately forced to work on developing Metal Gear Raxa in the intercontinental ballistic Metal Gear on the peninsula Prividin, the Russian word for ghosts. So, Metal Gear Raxa. Crazy ass design. A performance test model of the ICBMG developed by Nikolai Sokolov, creator of the Shagahod. His 4 legs are protected by rolled homogeneous aluminum alloy armor plating piloted by Ursula. Who the fuck is Ursula? She does look like a portable ops character. The model itself. She had a vision of Naked Snake bringing the world to ruin and attacked him in Metal Gear Raxa. That's some crazy foresight. Ursula gained her powers of SCP when she was exposed to radiation in a nuclear disaster in the Ural Mountains of 1957. She harbors a deep antipathy towards nuclear weapons. Who wouldn't? Alternate persona of Elisa, Fox's chief medical officer. So, Elisa is Ursula. Huh? Elisa gained... Okay. So this is all portable ops events. I'll probably have to play that game. Okay. San Hieronimo Peninsula incident. So Zero is no longer under Fox, but is under the CIA. Boss is back in relationship with the US. Roy Campbell. His motive for volunteering to assist Snake on the project was to secure the safety of the new Foxhound recruit, Merrill. The CIA had pressured him to command the operations in exchange of Silverberg. Silverbird's life. Meryl was actually Campbell's daughter from an affair with his younger brother's wife. That's fucking insane. Okay, so Big Boss, Roy Campbell, paramedic, DARPA, Zero. Yeah, he always had that relationship with the characters. Green Berets. This is new. Zero is under the control of a CIA director. We've already established that. Ocelot still in the USSR. And now Fox is part of the USSR. Still receiving commands from Zeros out of Fox. And then we have Jean, who's commanding the Fox unit. Cunningham, Null, Python, Elisa, and Ghost. And outside is Jonathan. Who's Jonathan? Naked Snake, the legendary soldier who defeated the boss, later recruited him to his side. He later protected Naked Snake from the attack of other Soviet soldiers afraid from Jean's terrifying speech, dying before their guns. RIP, bro. Okay, 1970s. Same thing. I wish I knew what this was. Twin snakes are born as product of the Les Enfants Terribles project, so Solid and Liquid related to Big Boss. Frank Yeager rescues Naomi in Rhodesia. Raiden sent to war as a child soldier. Yeah, I was wondering how Yeager is connected to this. So Big Boss, Solid the Snake, which was the third Inception. So wait, is Solid the Snake? What is Solid the Snake to Raiden? Is he his father? Because we've already deducted that this symbol means that there's a close relationship with both characters. So now. So he's just Raiden Sparring were a couple who had a son together. Sometime after their son's birth, they were killed by Solid the Snake. He took their son named Jack and raised him. Okay. Raiden. Naomi. Okay. And Liquid's. How is Liquid involved in this? He's in the UK. SIS. A clone of Big Boss. He died in outer heaven. But Liquid will continue even after his death. In the 2007 New York Harbor tanker sinking, Hal Hemrick used Liquid Snake remains as a body double for Solid Snake. Yeah. That is known. What a crazy ass timeline. Okay, 1994, Outer Heaven Uprising. So we have Foxhound. We have Big Boss as the leader of Foxhound, and Foxhound within it has Roy Campbell and Frank Yeager, and Naomi Hunter still related to the US. So does that mean no? Foxhound is still Foxhound is under no control of any political party, not political party, within, not in the. What was I saying before? My brain is not under any allied forces. They're completely independent. But it's probably because of Frank, Roy, and Solid being related to the US that Foxhound is included in the US chart. So Foxhound, Outer Heaven, we have Madnar, Machine Gun Kid, Jennifer's brother. Member of the resistance movement, the Fatah Supreme. Okay. Full name unknown. He was among the soldiers captured. Which machine gun? Yeah, from the first Metal Gear. From the first Metal Gear game. Ellen Madnar, daughter of Dr. Drago Petrovich, and former star of the Bolshoi ballet troupe. He was imprisoned alongside her father at the outset of the 1995 Outer Heaven uprising, until her rescue at the hands of Solid Snake. Okay. So they're related. Machine Gun Kid, Bloody Brad, Dirty Duck, Fire Trooper, Shotmaker. These are some cool designs. Yoshi Shinkawa never misses with his heart. Okay. Zanzibar land disturbance. So with Outer Heaven destroyed, Roy Campbell refounded Foxhound, but now Foxhound is under the US. Solid Snake has a relationship with George Kessler, Jonathan Jacobson, and Miller. Okay. A military intelligence expert who supports Foxhound during the Zanzibar disturbance. Kessler has been a member of numerous mercenary missions outfits worldwide. Holly White, I think we already read about her. Solid Snake, who is this? Gustava. Oh, I think we've already read about Gustava, have we? We have. Gustava and Frank Yeager. Oh yeah, they had a crush on each other until Yeager killed her. Holy cow. Big Boss. Petriv Mednar. Kio Marv. Who's this? Okay. Four Horsemen, okay, these are just bosses. Zanzibar disturbance debriefing is the same. 2005, Solid Snake retires to Alaska, or circa 2005. And that's where we get introduced to the MGS5 character, not MGS5, MGS1 characters. Solid Snake, Roy Campbell, Donald Anderson, who is now under DARPA, Ocelot and Liquid Snake under Foxhound. Big Boss was doing whatever. In 1971, okay, we know this. This is MGS1. The rest is blocked. Okay. Dr. Clark, the research scientist responsible for secretly developing the genome soldiers for the American military. She used former Foxhound member Gray Fox. Dr. Clark is a paramedic. I remember specifically in the on the MGS5 that tape where Huey and Venom were discussing about genome cloning, gene cloning. They mentioned Dr. Clark, and Dr. Clark herself is the paramedic. Although records state that she died in an accident 2 years before the Shadow Monsters incident, he was actually killed by Gray Fox after years. Oh my god. I shouldn't be laughing. Cyborg Ninja was Gray Fox. I'm curious about something actually. Metal Gear Rex. Rex was developed by Armstack. He was deceived into thinking it was a missile interceptor launch platform. Okay, I thought it would have like new information. That'd be cool. Okay. Shadow Moses. Oh my god. Look at this. Yeah, we have Big Boss out of the whole scene. Out of the scene, because, yeah, he's doing his shit. So, within the USA, we have Solid Snake, who has a relationship with... has relations with Master Miller, Mei Ling, Roy Campbell, and Merrill, who are related. Natasha, that's how you pronounce it. George Sears. Who's this? Ocelot. Okay, 43rd President of the United States. After learning of Secretary of Defense, Tim Hausman's plot to destroy all evidence of the Shadow Moses incident, he countermanded the aerial bombing run and removed Hausman from his post, saving Solid Snake's life in the process. Oh, I remember this now. He later acted as a ringleader in the bombshell takeover under the name Solid. What? Oh yeah, Solidus was the president at one point. That's some crazy ass lore. 43rd President of the United States, George Sears. Any extra info? Upon learning in 2009 the existence of the massive Metal Gear Arsenal gear, disguised as the offshore purification plant, the Big Show. Okay. This is much recapping. So Arsenal gear is that big ass ship that crashed into the in New York. During his participation in 1980s Liberian Civil War, Solidus repeatedly kidnapped children caught in the battlefield, drilled them with combat training, and sent them out into the field as child soldiers. Among them was Raiden. Solidus Snake's aim in taking was to secure a list of the Patriots, who he now stood against. The discovery that Revolver Ocelot was an agent for the Patriots and that Raiden was being manipulated by them as well forced Solidus back to the wall. He crashed Arsenal again into New York City's Federal Hall in an effort to strike at the Patriots. Having lost... Lost what? Solidus Snake felt that his final lead on the Patriots, the entities lied inside the nanomachines within Raiden's brain and the pattern of nerves they created, and faced Raiden in a... Yep. We know that. It's cool to be reminded about some of this stuff because you can easily forget about it. Okay. U.S. Secretary of Defense. Worried that the existence of Metal Gear Rex and the genome soldiers might go public, he plotted to kill off those involved using the Fox-Die assassination virus, then safely reclaim Rex. Upon hearing that Solid Snake destroyed Rex, Hausman relieved Roy Campbell from his post and ordered an aerial bombing run to cover up all evidence. Solidus stepped in, however, exercising his authority to remove the secretary from his post. Who's this? Sergey wasn't, huh? He joined hands with Revolver Ocelot in the hopes of rebuilding Soviet Union. Okay, that we know. Dude, I've been trying to look online. Speaking of Metal Gear Ray, I've been trying to look online like figurines of Metal Gear Ray because honestly, out of all Metal Gear designs, Ray has to be my favorite. I just love how it looks, and I'm trying to look online a figurine that has a good price with it because the most that I've been finding online have been like 300-400 pounds, which is crazy. And I don't think anything big, something like the size of my phone or something like this big or like this big, be pretty cool to own. Okay, Shadow Moses Island. On Shadow Moses Island, we had Kenneth Baker, who was the president of Armstech, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I hope they, if they remake MGS2 and release that figurine as a collector's edition, I'm getting the collector's edition immediately. Because never in my life have I ever purchased a collector's edition. Because I just don't see the appeal in the statues, unless I'm like really into the game. So yeah, I just don't get collector's editions because of that. But if they release a collector's edition of MGS2, if they remake MGS2 and release a collector's editions of that, oh, I'm getting that thing immediately. No skipping on it. Yeah, President of Armstech. Cyborg Ninja, Meryl. What? Oh, it's blocked because that's dumb. I hate this. And Johnny. A family of soldiers originating from Russia. The oldest son in each generation is always named Johnny. Okay, Liquid Snake. Okay, Sons of Big Boss. Yep, Psycho Mantis, Sniper Wolf, who had a lot of crush on. Ocelot, Decoy Octopus, and Vulcan Raven. I know so little of Decoy Octopus, but yeah, he disguised himself as a DARPA chief. Post Shadow Moses incident. Ooh. Oh, I get it. These lines are supposed to exemplify what the fuck happened. I just want to know what that X means. Or what these symbols mean. Like, it doesn't even make an effort to explain them. So, okay. Solid Snake killed Sniper Wolf. Decoy Octopus died from Fox Die. Vulcan Raven was killed by Solid, and Sacramento was killed by Solid. Yeah. Kenneth and Liquid died by Fox Die. Manhattan tanker incident. Okay, so after the Shadow Bosses incident, Hal and Solid established a philanthropy to take out on to dismantle Metal Gears around the world. So Mei Ling is still in association with Hal. Scott Dolph from the Marines. I've always wanted to know. They'll probably show it later. I'll check it later, actually. Okay, so Natasha and May are still in contact with Hal. Solid. What's this? Who's this? Olga. Sergey. Ocelot. Liquid. So yeah. Liquid is dead, but his arm is in Ocelot. Solidus, yeah, they both bleeding to each other. Scott Dolph's. Who was that guy? Yep. Father of Elena Dolph Jackson, Golden Fortune, fatally shot by Revolver Ocelot. You already read this. Only daughter of Sergei Gorlakovich. She believed Solid Snake to be the culprit. You already know about that. Big Shell incident. Oh boy. Sure. Bliskin the goat. This is a cool design. I just recently found out that Bliskin is a reference to the character from Escape from New York. I think his name is John Bliskin. Which is cool. Peter Stillman. Yep. Scott Dolphs, Rosemary, Raiden, newly reinstated Fox. Oh my god. Rosemary AI. Okay, AI. That makes sense. New Cyborg Ninja. That was Zolga. And I'm guessing this is... Yeah, I'm guessing this is Sunny. So GW, they're both in contact with Raiden. There's a real Rosemary. I want to know, because throughout the whole game, Raiden was in contact with Rosemary the AI, but at the end, when he faces Rose, it's like nothing happened. Or like she doesn't even react to the fact that Raiden was being manipulated by AI. She was just standing there. So I'm curious about this. He called her Rose. Formerly an American military data analyst, she was moved to combat support to replace the previous operator for Foxhound after they were allegedly in an incident. The colonial AI fabricated by Arsenal Gear AI suggested to Raiden while on his mission at Big Show that the key to maintaining morale was to stimulate the emotions. Consequently, Rosemary was called into combat. Raiden first, but that couldn't have been the real Rosemary, because the Rosemary we've been into contact with was an AI. 1 week after the argument that ensued, the two met once more at the Foxhound base and decided to watch King Kong together. However, their meeting at Federal Hall was no coincidence. Rose's approach was merely part of her orders from the Patriots. Still, her love for Raiden ceased to be an act at some point and became real. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm starting to forget events from MGS2. During the chaos at Big Shell, she confessed to Raiden that she was carrying his child. After Raiden injected Arsenal Gear's Neuro AI with a worm cluster, however, Rosemary's communiques devolved into gibberish. What did he injected the... What was the name? Because because here I think they're talking about Emma's program. Just to what was the name of it? Was it just Worm Cluster? Emma Emmerich's Worm Cluster. So it doesn't have a specific name, it's just Worm Cluster. After defeating Solid the Snake, Raiden met the real Rosemary once more. Oh, GW. That's what it means. GW had created a false Rose within his mind using the nanomachines inside his brain. As messages from the real and imposter Rose mingled. Oh, that is... I'd be tripping balls too. Okay. Emma Emmerich. Named EE, she on the parrot named Otacon, was known to use a pair of chopsticks. While at Oxford University, she successfully decoded the cryptographic challenge presented by the British Secret Intelligence Service as part of the special coding event. She became the leader of a cracker group and orchestrated an NSA signal data hacking as of January 24, 2000, a feat which earned her invitations to join a host of intelligence agencies worldwide. She joined the NSA in 2005 in exchange for information regarding her brother, who had been involved in the Shadow Modesis incident. After 2 years, she left the NSA to begin work on GW, a massive data processing system designed to regulate. That's why, dude. Being part of, like I mentioned, being part of the Emmerich family must be a curse. You have Yui, who made the who develops a Sahelanthropus, Metal Gear, Zeke, and Ray. I don't think Ray was ever used in 5. Then you have Yui, who made Rex, and you have Evo, who made GW. That's wild. Even Strangelove, when she was trying to rebuild the boss's complex in the on that big AI pod. Crazy ass family, I swear. In 07, Emma leaked information about Ray to Hal, Emmerich's NGO philanthropy, under the name EE, after being rescued by Raiden within the Solid Snake control Big Show. She entrusted him with the worm cluster, but was subsequently fatally stabbed by a vamp. At the age of 6, Emma lost her stepfather in a family pool drowning incident, in which she herself almost died. As a result, she felt a strong love-hate obsession for her stepbrother, who had failed to help them. Emma died before she was able to communicate her true feelings to Hal. Okay. Sons of Liberty. Liquid is dead, but he's attached to us a lot. Sergei is dead. James Johnson was the president that gave us that whole crazy info dump. A pretty important one at that too. Vamp. Okay, this is Dead Cell now. Vamp, Fatman, and Fortune. Yeah, the fact Vamp couldn't die because of his nanomachines. Fatman, the Emperor of Explosives. And Fortune. She was a possible girl, Gamma, and honestly, like, because the bullets in her. Do they explain what happened at the end before she died, when she actually managed to defect those bullets? She ultimately died after miraculously. Big Show incident debriefing. So both Peter Stillman and Fatman dead. Raiden killed Fatman. Solid the Snake killed Olga, which he was killed by Raiden. Vamp killed Emma. Jackson, former leader of Dead Cell and husband to Fortune. Dead Cell. Okay. Fortune. Okay, no, we already know that. Ocelot killed both Richard Ames and James Johnson. Liquid. Sega. Yeah, we probably can't access Sonicus. I don't have the save data. What an insane universe. Okay, so we have the gist of the relationship charts and the timeline. I'm not gonna read the entirety of the encyclopedia, but I just want to see if there's anything interesting. Jarmstack's president, Kenneth Baker. Finnegan. Portable Ops. Cursed Children of the Snake. When Elisa had her vision of Naked Snake future, he saw 3 snakes Solid Liquid and Solidus. Cynthia. Female British spy active during the Second World War. She used her wit and charm to elicit countless secrets, even in naval codes. Okay. She's never brought up. Can't remember which game she's brought up, actually. DARPA Chief. You already know that is. Deep Throat. What? Originally the alias used by the informant in the 1970 Watergate scandal. Shut the fuck up. Is that actually a real thing? Watergate scandal. Informant alias. No way! Don't reportedly say I'm the guy they used to call Deep Throat. Oh, that's so funny, man. I swear. US is so funny. Diane. Who's Steve? Okay. Dirty Duck. Frank Hunter. Gray Fox. J. Edgar Hoover, director of the FBI in 24 to 72. Whoa! That is crazy. Legendary mercenary. Yep. I still can't believe that plot twist is a thing. Liquid's arm being Ocelot's. Or Ocelot using Liquid's arm. Rykov. Full name Ivan Raidenovich Rykov. Shalashaska. Sigurd Sokolov. Steve. Who the fuck is Steve? Oh, we already went through it. Okay. Charm School? An intelligence training academy for developing spies. Foreign prisoners serve as instructors, training students to infiltrate other countries. In some cases, the students themselves are foreigners who have been kidnapped and brainwashed. In its original usage, charm schools referred to a school for young brides. Eva, the descendant of one of the philosophers, graduated from a philosopher's charm school that taught anti-US spying techniques. Sleeper agent. That's... Wait, what? The boss had worked as an instructor at the school. Oh, okay. Before dying, the boss told the truth of what happened to Eva, another of her proteges. Okay. That makes much more sense. That's all. Delta Force. DIA. Okay. Park. Green Berets. This is where Roy was deployed in. Logistical support team for Shadow Moses island incident. So this was after. Oh no, never mind. Thin Wall? A positive punk band based in the UK. Its lead vocalist was Diane, a member of the Resistance in Outer Heaven. This universe, man, I swear. Yeah, that's the thing. Because Thin Wall, the band. But yeah, that's the thing. This came out before. Wait. Let me actually show you, because it actually mentions in the briefing. So yeah, so the works covered in Metal Gear 4 database is the both MSX games, Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, 3, 4, Portable Ops, and Guns of the Patriots. So the only thing we're missing in this encyclopedia is information of both Peace Walker and 5 to make this whole thing complete. Honestly, there could be a project online that already adds the information of both, which is interesting to think about. I already read this. So yeah, I'm actually curious now. MGS4 database with Peace Walker and MGSV info. Yep. Sure hope this is part of the Master Chief Collection, yeah. It's just a fan opinion. Oh, so there really isn't. Never mind. Oh. No, both Acid games are in canon. That is considered a spin-off. I think Kojima even confirmed himself, because both Acids don't occur in the... they're not that important to the main Metal Gear timeline. They're like their own thing. Which is a shame, because I would love to see them mentioned in the encyclopedia as well. Oh, and the Acid wasn't written by Kojima, so it isn't considered a mainline canon. Honestly, they should have made two databases. A database for mainline canon and side spin-off canon. Memes are elements of culture and civilization that are never mentioned the same as genes. They are passed from one generation to the next. So culture. Nanomachine, son. SMA. Oh, so it explains Super Baby method in this. How come there wasn't a link to this? Military. Bipedal walking tanks are Highland. So a tank that moves by walking on two legs. The concept conceived by Grennan. This old guy would later evolve into Metal Gear. The Soviets needed an efficient way of traverse the hills, swamps, and other rough terrains found in the West. They experimented with 8-axle tractor trucks and a number of other different methods. One such method was bipedal walking, and the person who succeeded in the bipedal experiments was Huey, that piece of shit. Cardboard box. That's funny. Child soldier. Boys and girls raised as soldiers since childhood to fight in battlefields. It is forbidden by the International Criminal Court to recruit children or to make them participate in combat groups, but even in the 21st century, there are reports that more than 300,000 children are engaged in warfare. I wouldn't be shocked if that's still the case, because I think this was made in 2008. Video. Cipher. Oh, never mind. Codename Fox. One of the codenames used by Foxhound. Oh, okay. It is said that the snake was the first spy, making it a fitting codename for the snakes of Foxhound on their solo sneaking mission. Culture tank. The perfect. Oh, the thing that Jeez. Davy Crooked. Oh, the rocket that Volgan shot. Debriefing, diversion, drone. Eva's motorcycle. Why is it in the military? Eva rides a Triumph bone. I want to look this up. What does it say? She rides a Triumph. Yep. Bonneville T120. Looks the part. The name Bonneville comes from the Bonneville Salt Flats, where Triumph sets a world-line speed record. Fake death pill, false teeth, flying platform. Fulton recovery system. Okay. Is the Fulton recovery system an actual thing? I'm sorry for going back and forth, but my curiosity sometimes gets to me. Because if it's being mentioned in MGS4, then Fulton surface to air recovery system. Skyhook, a system used by CIA, Air Force, and States Navy for retrieving individuals on the ground using aircrafts. It involves using an overall type harness and a self-inflating balloon with an attached lift line. Engage this line with... Ooh. Oh, that's interesting. Directly before the small nuclear warhead workout of Colonel Vogan detonates just for an instant, one can see the parachute on the caster dropped by the combat talon opening and dropping to the ground. Ghillie suit. Infinite bandana. It's funny the game actually considers that a military equipment. Solid Snake's favorite bandana, embroidered with a symbol of infinity in Chinese characters meaning infinite. When equipped, it provides unlimited ammo. Infinity Bowie knife. What? A large stealth knife with a blade usually ranging between 15 to 30 centimeters long. That's a zombie knife. What the hell? There is, yeah. Like the Fulton, I've always thought it to be like a Metal Gear thing, but it actually exists. Katana. Kiss of Death. Oh, Ava's the lipstick. The single shot pistol disguised as a lipstick. Here I go again. It is a thing. What? Was a pistol used by the KGB during the Cold War. It was a single-shot 4.5mm pistol inside of a lipstick holder. Is there videos of that? Oh, dude, that is insane. What? Second part. What was it? Oh, sorry. Let me yeah. An example found in West Berlin, an American checkpoint, is now held by the International Spy Museum in Washington, D.C. One is used throughout MGS4.
During the Cold War, KGB agents employed a unique 4.5mm, single-shot firearm disguised as a lipstick tube, known for delivering a lethal, blended stealth.
Bro, we already know this. Oh, I wanted to see the thing in action. That's crazy. It's crazy, that's actually a real thing. Liquid nitrogen grenade. Little Joe. A crossbow. Machete. Manhattan Project. Oh, the atomic bomb. So these are all the these are all the Metal Gears that exist. The X-55, Metal Gear G, Metal Gear Gustav, Metal Gear Raxa from Portable Ops, Ray from 2, and Rex from 1. NBC weapon. Okay. Order of Lenin. Declaration of the highest national order to the Soviet Union. Okay. Rykov's mask. A masterful disguise developed by Sigin during the planning of a mission to steal secret documents while disguised as GRU officer. Revived Metal Gear D. The successor to TX-55. ROM cartridge. Huh? This is... removable storage media containing read-only memory for storing software. They were sold for use in home video game systems and home computers. The MSX2 game Metal Gear Solid Snake. Oh. Microsoft. Even the encyclopedia goes meta. That's wild. Sneaking suit. I already know how it works. Stealth camouflage, styptic, synthetic intermediate range ballistic extension system. Oh, okay. War dog. Yeah, animals. VR training. Wig. Wing in ground. That big ass plane. Zanzibar eggs. Okay. Historic events. April 30th, 2007. What happened here? George Washington was inaugurated as the first president of the United States. Rose and Reagan first met on this day. Oh, that's the date Rose keeps asking Raiden. Arsenal ship project. There's so much information, oh my god. System crash. That was when Emma hacked into the NSA. Oh, dude. Operation Intrude FO14. Was this? Okay, Zanzibar land. Philosopher's Legacy. During the Second World War, a secret pact was concluded between the true power players, the philosophers, and the Big Three, US, China, and Soviet Union. The pact dealt with the construction of a world order after the Axis powers were defeated. The three countries' philosophers pooled their assets in order to secure victory in the war. The amount of capital was so great that it would have funded 5 world wars. The funds were used for such activities as backroom campaigns and military research. Research into areas such as the atomic bomb, rocket technology, and the Cobra unit was supported with these funds. The three countries agreed to distribute the assets after the end of the war. However, one of the philosophers who was in charge of laundering funds, Volgin's father, took advantage of post-war chaos to monopolize the assets. Following his father's death, Volgin inherited those assets. The philosopher's legacy was dispersed and laundered through banks in countries across the world, including Switzerland, Austria, and Hong Kong. Anyone in possession of the microfilm that recorded the money flow could seize the dispersed and deposited funds. Isn't the microfilm the whole thing that I could be thinking of something else, but isn't the microfilm that like small square thing that we have to get that Naked needs to get, that Eva eventually comes to steal at the end of the game? It is, okay. S3 project. Solid Snake simulation. The Ultimate VR simulation. Tanker sinking, virtuous mission, Warsaw uprising. Huh, Y2K bug when the computers, yeah, that's funny. How did they implement this into Metal Gear, actually? At the end of the 20th century, many older computers stored year data as 2-digit integers. It was feared that when the calendar turned over from 1999 to 2000, these systems would interpret the year 00 as 1900s. The crisis was averted by applying workaround patches to many programs. But embedded in these patches was a control program planted by the Patriots. That's wild. $30 billion? Oh, okay. Locations. Yeah, Area 51, that's where Sunny was being held. Death from old age. I'm a pirate. Otacon. Oh yeah, Snake complimented Grandin's shoes. That's cool. Jane Doe. Otaku. I keep thinking of that producer from Adult Swim when he met Kojima and he was gushing about, hey, there should be a Metal Gear anime. Kojima was laughing with his translator. Otaku. It's so funny to think about. Hoping to find out whether Solid Snake shared his interest in Japanese animation, Hal Emmerich asked, are you an otaku too? Otaku. Positive punk. That's interesting. The Kurds. Oh, yeah. Why is women's bathroom and other? Okay. That's very specific. Yeah, man. I think I've already got my fill of the database. That was actually really cool. I didn't know what to expect, but I think what fulfilled the database for me the most was both the timeline, was actually the relationship charts, because it starts making sense once you connect everything. And I bet it would have been so much incredible if my clear save data was able to read the info that's blacked out. But yeah, that sucks. So how long have we been streaming? 2 hours of just talking. That's funny. So yeah, I think I'm gonna stop the stream now. I'm still trying to think it would be worth it to start streaming Dark Souls 1 on the next stream, or should I take some time off so I can focus on this Metal Gear video? I can do both at the same time, but I just want to set up things, so I don't know. By next stream I should have a response or something like that, so I can't guarantee that I'm gonna be streaming on Thursday, but within this week, Friday, I should be back. So thank you everyone who joined the stream. This was very, very fun exploration, and I hope to see you all on Friday. See you next time.